Hello and welcome back to another episode of Into the 99, where we've got 99 cards, cause Commander's number one. I've got Slothy with me today. Slothy, how you doing?
Oh, not so bad. Enjoying some of this nicer weather we've been having the last little bit. How about you?
Good. I've been also enjoying weather, going out trying to do lots of walks out by the river this year and stuff. So out doing more than that. Busy week for me and stuff like that. Too many hours, but other than that, no, it was really good. I was supposed to go play some games last night, but then I just ended up getting called back in. So it is what it is, right? At least I'm busy, so it's not horrible.
Yeah.
We were gonna do a deck with one of our friends, but they're sick this weekend, so we're gonna do that deck next weekend. So because of that, Slothy has a really cool muddle deck, and I wanted to do muddle, but I want to do that with like the full group because it's such a cool commander. Like that's the ever changing, the shifting myriad thing, right? So because we're doing just kind of a last minute thing, we're gonna do one of my old commanders that we haven't had a chance to do, and I just really like this deck. It's Foundations, and Foundations kind of came and went really quick, and there was not really time to build any of the stuff. And like that's the problem with how many sets they're releasing, is a lot of these gems get buried and stuff. But I did really want to talk about this Niv-Mizzet one because it's one of my favorites. Spoilers, Niv-Mizzet. Before I talk about the deck, I will do our quick obligatory. If you want any of these cards, go to houseofcards.ca, promo code IT99. Nice place to get cards. You get a discount if you use that promo code. Supports us, supports a wonderful business. And go to nerdgear.ca if you want a cool place to put them. Like, share, subscribe, and come to visit us on Patreon. It is a good place to brew decks, and go to intothE99.com for all of our content. Now, with that being said, my only problem with this deck, I will say, you saw very early, very low CMC, very low CMC in this. This is kind of like a Zaxara deck in I've never had it not do what it's trying to do. It always does what it wants to do in this deck. There's no way around it. Like your game plan is very simple. It's going to make you draw cards just like every Niv-Mizzet deck that's ever existed does. But yeah, so we're talking Foundations. We have a 6 CMC commander. It's Niv-Mizzet Visionary. 4 colorless, 1 blue, 1 red for a dragon wizard legendary creature, 5/5 with flying, and you have no max hand size. Great. Whenever source you control deals non-combat damage to an opponent, you draw that many cards. That is a phenomenal ability. Just like right off the bat, that's it's a crazy. You know what I mean? Lightning Bolt is an ancestral recall at that point.
Yeah.
So it's pretty good. Like it's a pretty good commander. Ancestral recall with 3 damage, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I think it's one of the ones that makes burn the most viable. I played a few versions of this. This is like my 3rd iteration of it. I did have all of the mana doublers and stuff, like the City on Fire, those kind of Furnace of Wrath kind of things.
Mm-hmm.
And those I don't know, I'm not trying to play a burn deck. I'm trying to play like a draw deck, right? And it kind of pseudo goes into a burn. This deck's going to be strange. You're going to see that there's an interaction section that has some removal. It's going to blow you away. But like I said, I just wanted to go like pure draw. I'm at like the heart of it all, a very simple-minded man, and I live to draw cards. I like to have 30-40 cards in hand, and it is nice that you can have no max hand size. We've got a Reliquary Tower in here just because we don't want our commander to die and then have to discard down, right? So
yeah,
let's jump into our first section, which is, like always, it's going to be ramp. We've got a fairly robust ramp section, a little more expensive than we're used to, but we have reasons for it. So I'll start us off here. We have an Arcane Signet, just 2 colorless. It taps for 1 mana of your commander's identity.
And then we've got the aforementioned reasons for it. Braid of Fire, 1 red. It's an enchantment, and it's got cumulative upkeep. Add red to your mana pool.
Yeah, it's such a cool card.
Used to be a drawback, not anymore.
Yeah, right. Like you used to have to deal with the mana burn. Honestly, before we go on, do you think mana burn should be a thing again?
Part of me does, part of me doesn't. I think it could be quite fun to play around with at times, but also it would get incredibly frustrating at other times.
Like I love Yurlok, and Yurlok is basically like your mana burn commander, and it is fun, and it is crazy how many times people over tap for mana, or you get something like a mana flare out and everything like that. I kind of like mana burn. Like there's mana burn and commander tucking. I think if you brought commander tucking back, it would smarten a lot of players like this guy up. I would, you know what I mean? Right now, I can just be like, okay, you killed my commander. I'll put it in the command zone. You put it in my deck. Suddenly, I'm starting to play some interaction. Suddenly, I'm protecting my commander a little more than, okay, here's my 7 mana rocks, you know?
Yeah.
So I don't think it would be a bad thing to bring back and do more.
Mm-hmm.
I just wish that they would, I wish that they'd be a little more consistent with that. Like, because they've been too wishy-washy with like how they deal with commanders. Commanders are kind of like lands. You're kind of not supposed to touch them unless it's to destroy them. And then you can still recast it. As long as you can recast it, they're happy. But anyways, yeah, Braid of Fire is great in this deck. Any deck that has like instant sorceries, if you have one of them laying around, they're just a phenomenal card. It really, really does. If you get this out early and it starts building up and you have anything that flashes instant speed, well, it's so much good passive mana, right? It just builds and builds. Our next one here we have is Dragon's Horde. It's a great rock for a dragon commander, as we have. 3 colorless. Whenever a dragon you control enters, you put a gold counter on it. Awesome. You tap and remove it. You draw a card. Cool. And you add 1 mana of any color. So just nice draw from our... Normally we have to throw our rocks away to draw, but not this time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this one's a cool one. Then we've got Dragonstorm Globe. 3 mana artifact. Each dragon you control enters with an additional +1/+1 counter on them, and you can add 1 mana of any color by tapping it.
I'm never going to stop using the 3 mana rocks, no matter how many times people tell me they're not good. I just like them. They ramp my stuff out. They fix my game plan for me. It's got dragon in the name. I'm simple.
Got utility?
Yeah. Well, and yeah, then Niv-Mizzet comes out as a 6/6, right?
Yeah.
So next we have our Fire Diamond, 2 colorless. It enters tapped. You add a red. Easy.
Carfell Harbinger, 1 and a blue for a 1/3 zombie wizard. You can tap to add blue, spend this mana only to foretell a card from your hand or cast an instant or sorcery spell.
Another mechanic I want more of. I loved foretell.
Mm-hmm. Foretell was so good.
Or I love to threat. I like to let people know I've got things foretold. It was foretold in the scrolls. Yeah, I like it a lot. Again, just nice, easy. Pretty much everything in the deck. Spoiler again is instants and sorceries. Not many creatures in the burn deck.
What?
Next we have a Liquid Metal Torque, and this is for a reason. It is a 2 mana rock, which is one of the reasons. 2 colorless, it taps 4 colorless, and tap target non-land permanent becomes an artifact in addition to its other types until end of turn. Red and blue kind of don't really have ways to deal with a lot of permanents like enchantments and stuff, right? They notoriously don't have those. But red has a ton of artifact destruction. So if you're running red decks in general, this is just always a good rock to include. Like I put it in a lot, but I don't ever explain the thinking behind it. A lot of people think it's probably just because it's 2 mana rock. But being able to turn things into those permanents is really nice because red has so much artifact destruction, and it's really nice to turn someone's commander into an artifact and just blast it off the field with your cheap red spells.
Getting rid of their pesky enchantments.
Yeah, well, that's exactly it, right? Like, it's just that if you don't have access, you have to try find solutions, and Liquid Metal Torque has always been my good go-to solution.
Yeah. Next up, we've got Mind Stone, not to be confused with the Mind Stone. 2 mana artifact. You can tap for a colorless, pay 1 and a tap, and sacrifice to draw a card.
Didn't even think about that from the spoilers until you just said that.
Yeah.
Didn't piece that together, and that's really funny. I'm just gonna Sharpie.
That was the first thing that came to my mind.
Just gonna Sharpie a ton of these. Look at how many the Mind Stones I have. Yeah, that's pretty close. The Mind Stone, the Ring of Souls. Please,
yeah,
give it back. That is a cool card, by the way. The Harnessed Mind Stone. Next we have our Sky Diamond. It is 2 colorless. Again, a lot of 2 mana rocks in this. We're dropping a lot of early ramp. We want our commander out quick. It's a 6 mana commander. And we don't really want to, just another quick aside, we don't want to cast our commander on 6 because it's going to get blown up. You need to have at least 1 spell castable and ready to go. And we have a lot of really, really low damage, but you want to be able to kind of refill your hand before your commander dies. You don't want to just trust the goodwill of the board to leave your commander alone for the whole, and not in a deck like this. You need at least you got a plus, and then you can always just be like, I already got my cards. I'm not even going to do it again. Then you're going to do it again. Then we'll do it again. But yeah, anyway, so our Sky Diamond is just 2 colorless. It enters tapped and it gives us a blue.
And then we've got our Soul Ring, 1 mana artifact, taps for 2 colorless.
I still see it every time. Our Samurai Starfish himself, the Thought Vessel, 2 colorless. It's another artifact. You have no max hand size. Again, just more redundancy for us, and it taps for a colorless.
And then we've got Turnabout. 2 double blue for an instant. Choose target artifact, creature, or land. Tap all untapped permanents of the chosen type target player controls, or untap all tap permanents of that type that player controls.
It's such a good political card. You can untap all of Slothy's blockers as long as he leaves you alone. You can tap all of your opponent's flyers because, okay, now I'm going to tap all of your creatures, right? We can, in their draw step, decide, I don't want them to have lands, and we can fully tap them down. We can fully untap us. We can do a lot of things. There's a lot of versatility in this card.
Yeah, no kidding.
I love the politics of it. I love it. And again, we can ramp things out. Hey, Slothy, I see you have a big cost commander. You want it out quicker? I'll get it out, but leave me alone. I know you're a removal guy. Sherman, please just leave me be. Right? I love the flavor text on it too. The best cure for a big ego is a little failure. True. Big if true. Then we have Vodalian Arcanist as our last piece of ramp here. It is 1 in a blue for a Merfolk Wizard, 1/3. Big butt for blocking. And tap adds colorless, spend it only for an instant or sorcery. Yeah. A ramp section's very easy. We've got a very, very small token section, just kind of passive tokens like we had mentioned before in Slothy's last deck. Just, we're just kind of getting it. Take us away with our first ones here.
Sure. I love this card. First up, we've got Improbable Alliance. Blue and a red for an enchantment. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, create a 1/1 blue fairy creature token with flying. And then you can pay for a blue and a red, draw a card, discard a card.
Yeah, just having these little passive, it's a nice early piece to get out, and people don't really play a lot of interaction for enchantments, I find, generally. So it is really, and especially, is this what you want to get with enchantments, with like Smothering Tides, Rhystic Studies out and stuff? Do you want to get my Improbable Alliance? No, you're just going to let me have my passive 1/1 blue fairies and leave me alone. Yeah. The same.
I play, sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
I play Daxos, the Returned enchantment deck. And there are so many problems in there that should be answered. Improbable Alliances. Yeah. You can have your fairy.
That's exactly it, right? I love Daxos, by the way. But yeah, there's in the realm of EDH, this is not removable. This is a waste to remove unless you're mass removing.
Yeah.
Especially like maybe if my whole deck was like a Locust God style deck where I'm drawing every turn, but I'm not really trying to. This just passively give me 1 fairy. The exact same thing basically for the next card with Mischievous Mystic. It's 1 in a blue for a 2/1 human wizard with flying. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, you create a 1/1 blue fairy creature token with flying. Again, the exact same kind of thing, right? Are you gonna blow removal on this? Are you gonna Swords to Plowshare my Mystic? No.
Yes.
Yeah. It's out of spite. I hate you.
Next up here, we've got the Young Pyromancer. 1 in a red for a 2/1 human shaman. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, create a 1/1 red elemental creature token. Out of the 3 in this token section, this is probably the one you want to remove.
Yeah. Yeah, because this one keeps going off every time, right? And we can cast a lot of instants and sorceries. Okay, our next section here is protection. Like I said, I'm still Daniel at the end of the day. There are instants and sorceries in here. We have protection, not protection cards, protection card. I just run a Swiftfoot Boots. It's just 2 colorless. Equip creature has hexproof and haste, and equip 1. That's it. Very, very nice section. You do what you want with that section.
Beautiful section.
Yeah, you fill it how you please. Let's get to our next pingers.
Yeah. Oh, this is another card that I love. First up here, we've got Gelectrode. 1 blue and a red for a 0/1 weird. You can tap it and have it deal 1 damage to any target. And whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, you may untap it.
You can't leave this alone. You have to remove this card.
Yes.
Yeah. As well, remember, it's every source of non-combat damage is draw that many cards. So the Gelectrode is just a tap, draw a card, and an untapper, which is phenomenal. It's very cool.
Tap, kill your own Young Pyromancer, draw a card.
Okay. Is it, let me see, is it to opponents or to anyone?
This one's to any target.
Oh, no. Niv-Mizzet, though. Whenever a source you control deals non-combat damage to an opponent. We can't just ping ourselves. Oh. We have to. I would love to hit myself, guys, but I have to hit you. I'm so sorry. Next here we have our Razorfin Hunter. It is 1 blue, 1 red for a 1/1 Merfolk Goblin. Tap deals 1 damage to target creature or player, which I'm certain is errata to any target.
Let's see. Yes.
It is, yeah?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Then we've got Thermo Alchemist. 1 and a red for a 0/3 human shaman with Defender. Tap it, deals 1 damage to each opponent. Incredibly crazy that you'll be drawing 3 cards off of that.
Yeah, you definitely can't leave that alone. This is Swords to Plowshareable.
And then you've got whenever you cast an instant or sorcery, untap it.
Yeah, that's
so if you can cast like Shock, Lightning Bolt, you've drawn 6 cards for 2 mana and done 5 damage.
No, way more than that. Way more than that.
5.
Because we tap Thermal
7.
Alchemist, we draw 3. Then we Lightning Bolt, we draw 3 more and untap it. We tap it, draw 3, so we're at 9.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, we cast our Shock, which is 2 more, 10, 11, and untaps it, and then we get so for 4 mana we can draw like 15 cards or something like that.
Jeez.
It's like I said, the deck does what it does. It just draws cards. There's like so many cool, and it's very, very cheap. A lot of these things come out really quick, really problematically, and until you've seen somebody draw 15 cards, like I said, at like a 4 mana, then you underestimate a lot, and then I've got a whole mitt full of cards, and you know. Our next section is just our copies and free cast. I just like getting some of these things out. This is a very, very cheap section, which is nice. We have Elena, and it is Elena Divergent Storm. It's an Otter Wizard legendary creature, 3/5 for 3/1 blue, 1 red. Whenever you cast a spell, if it's the first instant or sorcery, the first instant, the first sorcerer, or the first otter, other than Elena, you may have target opponent draw a card. We're group hugging. Cool. If you do copy that spell, you may choose new targets for the copy. But I like that. It's a nice way to get Elena to kind of be left alone.
Yeah.
Especially if you're doing silly things like, hey, let me crazy ramp you. Just leave my commander alone. I'm going to cast Turnabout. I'm going to untap. You're going to draw a card. You're going to untap again. Just leave me alone. Just leave me alone, please. It's an otter. Come on, man. Let me have it.
I don't know. Next up here, we've got our finale of Promise. X double red for sorcery. You may cast up to 1 target instant card and or up to 1 target sorcery card from your graveyard, each with mana value X or less without paying their mana costs. If a spell cast this way will be put into your graveyard, you exile it instead. If X is 10 or more, copy each of those spells twice, and you may choose new targets for the copy.
Copy them is sick. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. We have our Power Balance, which is one of my favorite cards that I think has ever been printed. I put this in basically every deck that I have that has red, if I have one laying around. It is double red for beautiful artwork. Whenever an opponent casts a spell, you may reveal the top card of your library. If you do, you may cast it if it has the same CNC as the spell. So like if Slothy casts a 3 and mine's a 3, I get it. Very cool. I like it. Pretty much everything on our deck, we have a lot of 2-drops. So in anything in 2, we're good. Yeah.
This one's much friendlier, in my opinion.
Than Counterbalance. I usually put them together, but I was like, you know what? We could chill.
Yeah, we can chill. That's fine.
I say that. I can't remember if there's a Counterbalance in here. There may be. There may well be.
Oh no. Next up here we've got Refuse to Cooperate. The refuse side is an instant for 3 and a red. Deals damage to target spell's controller equal to that spell's mana value. And then the Cooperate side is 2 and a blue for an instant. It's got Aftermath. Copy target instant or sorcery spell. You may choose a new targets for the copy.
I like that it's one that you can cast from your grave. Very nice. Next, we have our Twin Inferno. I also love putting this in. It's just 1 and a red for an instant. Choose one. Whenever you cast your next instant or sorcery spell, copy it. You may choose new targets, or target creature you control gains double strike. That is a nice way to end the game if we have, like, it's a nice, easy commander damage thing. We've got a few things that buff power, so.
Nice.
All right, now this one's going to shock you. Literally shock you. Yes.
What is this?
Yes, our removal section. I don't usually have one of these.
Is this your biggest section other than land? This is your biggest section.
Yeah.
What is going on here?
There's some things. It's all right. Okay. I put it in decks sometimes. This is as many as I put in normally, like 14 different decks, but that's okay.
Yeah. You just mashing all together.
You start us off, please.
Yeah. First up, we've got, there's another card that I absolutely love. We've got Avacyn's Judgment. 1 and a red, it's a sorcery. It has Madness for X and a red. So if you discard it into exile. When you do, cast it for its Madness cost or put it into the graveyard. It deals 2 damage divided as you choose among any number of targets. If its Madness cost was paid, it deals X damage divided as you choose among those permanents and or players instead.
Yeah.
Love to see it.
It is in a worst case scenario, it is just a 2 mana draw 2.
Yeah.
Right? Which is not horrible. I would play a 2 mana draw 2 pretty much all the time.
Yeah.
Next, we have our Call in a Professional, which is an important thing because sometimes people are doing some nonsensical, oh, you can't damage me, oh, I gain life. Doesn't matter. Call in a Professional is 2 and a red for an instant. Players can't gain life this turn, which is very funny to life game players, and then damage can't be prevented, and it deals 3 damage to any target, which is, again, a 3 mana draw 3, or a blow their commander off the board, and they can't gain their life.
Players can't gain life, damage can't be prevented, 3 damage to anybody,
yeah,
and 3 cards for 3 mana.
Yeah, 3 effects, 3 draw, we're good to go.
Next up, we've got Comet Storm. X double red for an instant. It's got multi-kicker for 1. Choose any target, then choose another target for each time the spell was kicked, and it deals X damage to each of them.
Pretty insane draw engine.
Yeah.
You know, even if you put 6 mana into it, like in total, like you make it a 6 cost spell, so it's 4 mana, and you just do 2 targets to 3, or like 6 mana draw 6 is also cool when you're hitting people.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely not horrible. Next, we have our Crater's Clause. What is this printing version? You
gotta put the proper printing.
I just have to make it not hideous like that. What's that online? Yeah, there we go. Okay. Sorry, that was offensive to my eyes. Crater's Clause is an X and a red for sorcery. It deals X damage to target creature or player. It's ferocious is it deals X plus 2 to that creature or player instead if you control a creature with power 4 or greater. So again, to me, this is just a 1 drop draw 2 if you're hitting a creature or a player. So,
and then we've got Devil's Play. X and a red for sorcery deals X damage to any target, and it has flashback for X triple red.
Shockingly, drawing so many cards, we're going to have a lot of mana drops, so it's really easy to late game drop these big X costs.
How do you feel about that? The flashback card from Strixhaven.
Which one?
It's just called flashback. It gives target instant or sorcery flashback until end of turn.
I had not really seen that, but that's good.
Red.
For a single red?
For a single red.
That's very good.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually really, really good. That's very playable too.
Absolutely.
There's a lot of these cards I would love to flashback again. Is it an instant?
I believe it's a sorcery.
It would make sense. If I could instant speed that'd be crazy. Because then it'd be almost like
it's an instant.
Is it an instant?
It's an instant for a single red.
That's pretty good. I might can you text me that card? I'm gonna put that in a few decks. There's a few decks that would really like that. That's a very cool one. Our next one that we have here is End the Festivities, which is crazy in this deck. It's a 1 red sorcery. End the Festivities deals 1 damage to each opponent and each creature and planeswalker they control. So it is a 1 drop sorcery that's going to draw us 3 cards and token wipe. Pretty good.
You love to see it.
You do love to see it. It's pretty good.
Then we've got Firemind's Research. Blue and a red for an enchantment. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery, put a charge counter on Firemind's Research. You can pay 1 and a blue to remove 2 charge counters from Firemind's Research and draw a card. Or you can pay 1 and a red to remove 5 charge counters from it and deals 5 damage to any target.
Passively sitting there, especially if it's something early, just being able to pay 2 to draw 5 is great. Because again, almost all of these any targets, I'm targeting a player. The removal is player removal. These are in the removal section because they can remove something. That's not what I'm doing. I'm hitting one person in particular, and it doesn't matter who it is. I'm burning them. Everyone's getting the burn. Next, we have our Grape Shot, because why wouldn't you have Grape Shot in a deck that just lets me draw for this? It is 1 in a red. Grape Shot deals 1 damage to any target sorcery, and it's got Storm, which we can storm off pretty hard.
Mm-hmm. And then there is Ionize. 1 blue and a red for an instant. Counter target spell. Ionize deals 2 damage to that spell's controller.
Really quickly, a fun thing too is that there's always the chance that you have a power shot, like a power balance out, and somebody hits your Grape Shot and storms off on their turn and dies. It's really funny that way.
Oh, That's hilarious.
Yeah. Did you read Ionize? I can't remember. Sorry.
Yes, I did.
Okay. Then let's get to our next one. Keep safe. We do have a second piece of protection. You had to believe me. It is 1 and a blue counter target spell that targets a permanent you control, draw a card. I'm even going to move that up to the right section. Up to protection it goes. Bam. 2 card section. Now we're cooking with gas. All right, we're back down to it.
Yeah, next up here we've got Mind Swipe. X, blue and a red for an instant. Counter target spell unless its controller pays X, and Mind Swipe deals X damage to that spell's controller.
That's an annoying card.
Yes.
Especially because also drawing with it. That's the worst thing.
Yeah.
The worst thing is a counter spell that I'm going to draw with. Even if I tax you for 1 and I just counter spell you for 3 mana, and you can't pay the 1 and I draw a card, insult to injury.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Next, we have our Prophetic Bolt here. It is an instant for 3/1 blue 1 red, expensive instant. But Prophetic Bolt deals 4 damage to any target, so it's a draw 4. Look at the top 4 cards of your library, put 1 into your hand and the rest on the bottom in a random order. Or in any order. So we're able to, again, with this card, draw 4, scry 4. Kind of scry 4.
Yeah.
I guess we draw 5 for it. Yeah, we draw 5 for 5 and steal 4 damage. It's great. It's phenomenal.
Then we've got the Satyr Fire Dancer. 1 and a red for a 1/1 enchantment creature, Satyr. Whenever an instant or sorcery spell you control deals damage to an opponent, Satyr Fire Dancer deals that much damage to target creature that player controls.
That's an annoying card.
Mm-hmm.
It's
I was actually kind of reminded of Imidane in this one, which kind of does the opposite thing.
Yeah, whenever you deal a creature, then it does to the player.
Then it hits each opponent.
Imidane's great.
Absolutely.
Imidane is a phenomenal. I think you also did an Imidane deck for us, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Imidane is really, really cool. Imidane's another one that also does what you know what I mean? Imidane plays one way. There's one and it's burn. It's burn, baby, burn. Next year.
I will hurt you. And you can't stop me.
Exactly. Next, we have a split decision here. It is 1 and a blue. This is in my removal section, but it could be the copy section too. It does either. We've got Will of the Council. Choose target instant or sorcery spell. Starting with you, each player votes for denial or duplication. If denial gets more votes, we counter it. If duplication gets more votes, then we copy it. You may choose new targets for the copy. I love stuff like this on a Cyclonic Rift. Something like that, like or someone's like playing something like big and annoying, like the I'm gonna heroic intervention and stuff, and it's just heroic intervention and board wipe. Okay, well, I'm gonna copy heroic intervention or counter it. Which one do you want? Do you want me to have all my stuff still, or do you want it? Right?
Yeah,
I like it because, and then it's up to the table, right? Like the table says, like, no, let his things all get, or somebody tries to do like an annoying. I'll destroy all lands in Teferi's protection. It's like, okay, well, I'll also Teferi's protection or counter it. What does the table think? Yeah, I think we all start the game again. Yeah, exactly.
Next up here, we've got Sulphurous Blast. 2 double red for an instant. Deals 2 damage to each creature and each player. If you cast the spell during your main phase, it deals 3 damage to each creature and each player instead.
Yeah.
So draw between 6 and 9 cards.
Yeah, right. And wipe the board of tokens.
Yeah,
tokens and small things like an elf deck hates to see this coming.
Mm-hmm.
Right? The next one, I think you're going to hate. I think you're going to not like this next card. This is Turbulent Dreams. It's double blue for sorcery as an additional cost. To play it, you discard X cards from your hand. And we're drawing like 6 to 9 cards in a 4-drop. If we have 6 available mana, we can just draw 9 Turbulent Dreams and throw those 9 cards away and return X target non-land permanents to their own hand. That's really annoying.
Oh, I hate that.
Yeah, it's a super, especially with like we get pretty aggressive with how many things we have in our hand. We don't have that many land drops, but we do have lands, right? Like I'll throw 15 lands out of my hands to just make one person hate me. Hilarious. Every mana rock on the battlefield is going back to hands but mine.
Goodness gracious. We're gonna move on from that one. We've got Volcanic Fallout. 1 double red, it's an instant, can't be countered, and it deals 2 damage to each creature and each player.
That's brutal as well. That's also a 6 damage board wipe, or a 6 draw board wipe at 3.
Yeah,
we really draw a lot of cards in this deck. Like it's pretty rough. We don't have enough draw, so I have a small draw section. Pretty much all of these you can just take out for more burn if you want, but I wanted to have a few things that were draw just in case. We have our Arcane Infusion first. It is 1 red, 1 blue. Look at the top 4 cards of your library. You can reveal an instant or sorcery from among them, put them into your hand, put the rest on the bottom in a random order, and it's got flashback for 3 a red, a blue.
Solid. And then we've got Deliberate, 1 and a blue for an instant. Scry 2, draw a card.
Yeah, these are all just really cheap, nice, easy, early game spells like to try to get us to our commander. Because we want rocks, we want mana. Then we have a Distorted Curiosity, 2 and a blue. It has Corrupted, but we're not really doing poison counters, but maybe it's relevant. The spell costs 2 less to cast if opponent has 3 or more poison counters, and we draw 2 cards.
And then Fists of Flame, 1 and a red for an instant. Draw a card. Until end of turn, target creature gains trampling. It's +1/+0 for each card you've drawn this turn. That can be a problem.
Yeah, it's a very, very easy kill shot with your commander.
What's the one that... This with Twinferno.
Oh, yeah. That would be annoying. Well, again, it's also because it's another draw, which is annoying.
Mm-hmm.
You know? But the fact that like our commander's already going to be like a 5/5, right? And we've already seen that for like even a simple like 2 volcanic fallout for 3, that's going to draw a 6, right? So this is our commander gets +7/+0 and trample and stuff. Like our commander's a 12/12 if we don't have any double striking. Like that's a big commander hit to tank.
Yeah.
And again, it's only 1/0. Our commander might die doing it. I don't care. The point is to take you with me.
Whatever happens, happens.
Exactly. Next, we have our Playful Shove. It is 1 and a red. I just love the artwork on this card. It's a sorcery. It deals 1 damage to any target and draw a card. So it's another just draw 2 in our deck.
Yeah.
All right. Don't judge me here. Don't judge me. Right. The other cards were passively drawing. This is our real draw section.
All right. Got a burn section here. Oh goodness. We're starting it off with Bolt Wave. Single red for sorcery deals 3 damage to each opponent.
1
single mana, draw 9 cards.
1 red, draw 9 is the whole reason I built this deck, is because of this Bolt Wave. I was like, well, Bolt Wave's really cool. That's
is insane.
It's a $4 uncommon for a reason. But yeah, dropping that again, that is a huge piece of draw. Even if we have just 3 available mana, we drop our Bolt Wave and then our the Fists of Flame. Our commander's gonna be +10/+0 with trample. We've got a 15/15 trampler at 3 mana, and we've drawn for the turn, so 16.
A 16/5 trampler for 3 mana is nuts.
Yeah, again, there's a lot of the stuff where we're able to get a lot of really phenomenal draw out. Next, we have our Burst Lightning here, which is 1 red. It's an instant with kicker of 4. It deals 2 damage to target creature or player, which is always what we're going to do. If it was kicked, it deals 4 damage to that player instead. We have enough draw that we don't need to spend an extra 4 mana to get 2 more cards. We're fine with 1 red to get 2 cards.
Yeah. Then we've got the Coruscation Mage. 1 and a red for 2/2 Utter Wizard with Offspring for 2. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, deals 1 damage to each opponent. So 4 mana, every non-creature you cast, you're drawing 6 cards.
Yeah.
On top of anything else.
On top of the card. Again, if we have like both of these, like if we have our mages out, we've got 2 of them, and we have Bolt Wave, you know what I mean? We're drawing 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 cards or something like that.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah. Well, again, you can deck yourself very easy if you're not careful in a deck like this, just so you know. And let me quickly double check. I think it is a must draw. You draw that many cards. You do not have the option. So if you're fooling around, you can kill yourself with this deck. Only I kill me. I Bolt Wave and I go home.
I'll Bolt Wave. I'll copy the Bolt Wave.
Yeah, exactly. Next, we have our card for if we don't like a person in particular. This is you drop this on a Sherman. Curse of Shaken Faith. 1 and a red. It's an enchantment or a curse enchant player. Whenever enchanted player casts a spell other than the first spell they cast each turn or copies a spell, it deals 2 damage to them. Interact all you want. You go off. I have a second version of the deck, by the way, that is pretty much all of these cards. You will notice.
I was kind of curious.
You will notice there are 2 of them in this deck.
Mm-hmm.
There are 2 because they're just good.
Yeah, there's 2 of them. We've got another Soul Ring. Uh,
I love the I saw a meme the other day and it's just like my opponent turn one Thoughtseize, me holding 4 Soul Rings. I liked that one. I thought it was pretty good.
No,
What's it do?
We've got Dragon's Approach. It's 2 and a red. It's a sorcery. Deals 3 damage to each opponent. You may exile Dragon's Approach and 4 cards named Dragon's Approach from your graveyard. If you do, search your library for a dragon card, put it on the battlefield, and then shuffle. And a deck can have any number of cards named Dragon's Approach.
I might upload my other list that has this one because I'm sure you can figure out what's in the deck. It's dragons and dragons approaches.
Yeah.
You know? But yeah, that is it's another 3 mana, draw 9 cards for us, which is great.
Yeah.
And at the time that I was building it, it was a budget piece. Now they're like $4 each. It's a bit. All of these you can have any numbers are always expensive. They always get out of hand.
Oh yeah.
Because commander players are animals. We're all animals. That's it. But I do like to build that way. Next we have our Electrostatic Field. This is 1 in red for a 0/4 wall. Another great card to get out early. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery, it deals 1 damage to each opponent.
Yeah, drawing an additional 3 cards on top of everything's pretty good.
3 cards is crazy.
Then we've got Firebrand Archer, 1 in a red for a 2/1 human archer. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, deals 1 damage to each opponent.
Exact same thing. Again, no matter what we're doing, we're just getting our extra. The next card is crazy too. I love casting this one. It's so fun. Flame Rift is 1 in a red. It's a sorcery. It deals 4 damage to each player. A 2-mana draw 12. I don't need Ancestral Recall.
We have Ancestral Recall at home.
Exactly. We have Ancestral Recall at home and no one likes it. This deck has one play pattern. That play pattern is draw. If you don't like to hold 40 cards in your hand, don't play this deck. I don't know what else to tell you. If you don't enjoy going like fanning out a ton of cards and like being like, I think I have something for that, then don't play this. If you don't have the patience to look at your hand like that, this is not the deck for you. But if you like to just, I don't want to shuffle the deck, I want to hold it and see everything, then this is your place.
Yeah.
Just so you know, by the way, just back to the Turbulent Dreams thing. If you have 4 mana and you Turbulent Dreams, you can just 2 mana, 12 cards, and then throw 12 permanents back to hand. You know how annoying that is? Do you know how funny it is just to be able to throw away cards? Yeah, you have no lack of cards. And then you have, for some unbeknownst to me reason, they also just built in no max hand size to the commander, because why wouldn't they?
Yeah, makes sense.
You want to draw those cards, you can keep those cards in hand, no problem.
Next up here, we've got the Gutter Snipe. 2 in a red for a 2/2 Goblin Shaman. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, this creature deals 2 damage to each opponent, and you draw 6 cards.
Yeah, you can deck yourself. I really have to stress that. You can pretty easily deck yourself in this if you're being silly.
All you have to do is survive long enough.
Yeah. You also, like I said, there is a lot of passive damage from creatures just for what we're already trying to do.
Yeah.
This next card's really funny. We have Harsh Mentor. It is 1 in red, and I love to use this. It's a human cleric, 2/2. Whenever an opponent activates an ability of an artifact, creature, or land, if it's not a mounted ability, it deals 2 damage to that player. You can cannon away all you want. You're gonna die to damage. I'm gonna die to card draw triggers. Let's both head home.
Joke's on you.
Yeah.
That was the plan the whole time.
That's funny.
Next up, we've got the Kessig Flame Breather. 1 in a red for a 1/3 human shaman. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, deals 1 damage to each opponent.
Yeah, I like it. I'd also love if you would read the next card for me, just because I think you'll enjoy this this nice little fun card.
The art's really cool.
It is cool.
We've got Mind Bomb. Single blue for sorcery. Deals 3 damage to each player. Each player may choose and discard up to 3 cards to prevent that amount of damage to them from Mind Bomb.
We have a discard lightning bolt.
I really like that.
Right. It's a cool card, and it's also a really funny card to play early because everyone's just going to get chunked for 3 damage early, or lose half of their starting hand. You know what I mean? It's just that let's just start it off. Life is a resource, and I'm trying to burn that resource in this deck.
Yeah.
Next, we have our Mischievous Chimera. It is a blue and a red for a 2/2 flyer. Again, we have a lot of flyers too. Whenever you cast your first spell during each opponent's turn, it deals 1 damage to each opponent, and we get to scry 1.
Solid. Next up here, we've got Quakebringer. 3 double red for a 5/4 Goblin Berserker. Your opponents can't gain life. At the beginning of your upkeep, Quakebringer deals 2 damage to each opponent. This ability triggers only if Quakebringer is on the battlefield or if it is in your graveyard and you control a giant.
And it has foretell.
And it has foretell for 2 and double red.
We can foretell it. Yeah, a 5/4 draw 6 every turn is annoying and has to die. Even if it's not attacking, it has to die.
Yeah.
I love that card. We have an annoying sulfuric vortex here, 1 double red. Beginning of each player's upkeep, it deals 2 damage to that player. So Slothy's turn starts, bam, draw 2. Sherman's turn starts, bam, draw 2. Bryant, you know what I mean? We're getting a lot of card draw. And then if a player would gain life, that player gains no life instead. I don't like life gain decks, if you can't tell. Yeah.
You got some win conditions.
This one is skyrocketed in price. The first one.
Oh, geez, yeah. We've got Firestorm. It's a single red. It's an instant. Choose and discard X cards. Deals X damage to each of X target creatures and or players.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, if you can cut this card and
Braid
of Fire,
then you bring it right down to a nice budget.
$120 deck.
Yeah, right. Pretty cool. Firestorm, the one thing is that you are limited to the number of targets you can get.
Mm-hmm.
And know that you are going, if you can't kill people with this, you're going to die. Because if I discard, you know what I mean? If I have like 20 targets and I discard 20, I've got to draw 60 to hit you guys. The damage goes through first. So if you guys don't die, then that's okay. But I will likely actually die. So, yeah. So just be forewarned that Firestorm can get a little silly, but it is a really fun card to cast.
Mm-hmm.
We've got our Lab Maniac again, just I think a straightforward win con in a deck like this. It's 2 and a blue for a 2/2 human wizard. If you draw a card while you have no cards in your hand, your library has no cards, you win the game instead, which is a nice, easy way to win.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, and rounding this out, one of my favorite alternate win cons. We got Triskaidekaphile. 1 and a blue for a 1/3 human wizard. You have no max hand size. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you have exactly 13 cards in your hand, you win the game. And 3 and a blue, draw a card.
Yeah, not a horribly difficult win con to get to.
No.
But yeah, I think. Oh, and then we've got we have like a Jwari Disruption in the in our.
Oh yeah.
Just another counter target spell unless they pay 1 for 1 in a blue, like a modal. I don't think I put any other modals in it. Yeah. It's a very, very straightforward deck, like I was saying and stuff, right? Like it's an easy one to rip through. Today's a little bit of a quicker episode, but like I really enjoy playing this deck. It does do what it wants to do basically every time, and its CMC is extremely low. The value you get for some of these cards, like a Bolt Wave, draw 9 at 1, really, really like ramps how fast this deck goes. Like once your commander's out, you have to be able to cast at least one or two spells, because anyone who's seen this deck is not going to let you sit another turn. Because if I, like, again, even looking, if we, let me hit the opening hand button and see what we get for if I just had some things in hand. If I untap with 6 mana, I've got enough to get a Electrostatic Field and a Coruscation Mage out fully stacked. You know, on a mulligan, I've got a Split Decision, Firemind's Research, Volcan, like, this is 6 draw, 7 draw. We've got enough for at least 7 draw, maybe more. Sulfuric Vortex, another 6 draw at 3. Like you can't let somebody untap uncontested with this. You have to, like, you really just deal with it. Yeah, you have to leave, like you have to kill Niv-Mizzet as quick as you can. This estimates that it is a bracket 2 deck as well. I would not play this into a bracket 2 table. You have to understand that you can't draw this many cards without being a problem. That's the whole reason that like Rhystic Study is considered a problem, is because of the entirely one-sided card draw and advantage you get. And you know what I mean? Being able to draw this many cards, even if you get your commander ability off once, even if you just like Bolt Wave once, and you've drawn 9 cards for 7 mana, which is like something that would still be playable. You can't even Blue Sun Zenith at that. And it just gets better and better and better. And then, like I said, we've got our things like the Braid of Fire in the deck, those other things that can just really, really easily make it so out of the blue, basically out of nowhere. I've got, like, because I have instants, right? If Braid of Fire's been out for like 10 turns, let's say, the longer game, I draw a Comet Storm, I'm going to just dump all of that mana. I'm going to draw 8 from the Braid of Fire mana passively and then start my turn.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you definitely
exactly.
you definitely could budget this deck down a little bit. Like there are some like 4 mana cards that you could like replace with simple things like a shock with that, but there's a lot of like really, really fun cards in here too. Like the fact that I found a place to play Mind Bomb is really, really cool. Like it's a fun. Every time I've played that at the table, everyone's been like, "Hey, that's really, really fun." People have liked Turbulent Dreams. They've not liked that I am casting it, but everyone's like, "That's a really cool card." I don't like you as a person, but they think it is a cool card because it's not one you really see. Like, what's the how do you say it's just EDH Rec, and how do you see how many are in it?
Are you looking for how many cards Turbulent Dream or how many decks it's in?
Yeah.
You just go to the search and search Turbulent Dreams.
In EDH Rec. Let me see what we got here.
Yeah.
It's like a 0.1% inclusion. 4.4. So there's like 4,000 decks that run this like out of all of their lists. And they're all the annoying ones that you would think, like Riel, Captain Howler. Yeah.
Emperor Palamisia is fun.
Yeah.
I built that one.
Emperor Palamisia is fun. I'm looking at this and it's just like Turbulent Dreams, like the fact that somebody would put this in Mr. Foxglove, animals. What kind of person does that?
There's 58 people who did that.
Yeah, those people are mean. Yeah, it's mostly in Riel. Riel is also a problematic commander. Riel is probably one of my strongest commanders I've ever built. And Riel just does the exact same thing. You can't play Riel not being silly. But yeah, that's my deck. Like I'll put a budget version up, and then I'll also put my my dragons version of it up, because the dragons version is pretty cool too. The fact that you can get free dragons for your draw spells is fun. It's an expensive commander. It's one of the more expensive commanders that I've like talked about in a while at like $13. Like it is a pricey commander because Foundations just kind of came and went so quick. There was not much of it. Like that's a set that would like greatly value a reprint and more product of.
Yeah, like it came and everyone was like, I remember we were actually at one of the face-to-face events during it, weekend of that. Yeah. And everyone was so hyped about it, so excited. Everyone thought it was really, really cool. And then nothing. The
big problem with sets that have all these cool reprints with your Commander Masters, with all your things, is that you just can't print these cards in a quantity enough. Like you're never going to print enough Birds of Paradise. Birds of Paradise is never going to be like $1 rare. You know what I mean? No. It just can't be, because of like how many players, and people don't turn them in, right? Foundations was so full of like cool cards and new like cards and good reprints, and they just people don't turn them in because they're so playable and so good. Like I got Niv-Mizzet by cracking Niv-Mizzet. I had to crack Niv-Mizzet. It's I think I cracked it actually at the event and stuff. We were cracking some packs with some of the people that were at the booth and stuff, and I think Niv-Mizzet was one of the ones I cracked, which was very nice. Then I also
cracked one there too.
A Niv-Mizzet?
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, it's like I said, it's a really, really cool commander, but I enjoy this deck a ton. It's very, very simple. I bring it out for slightly higher power games. Like I wouldn't call this like a competitive deck by any means, but definitely not a bracket 2. Like it's
no. I'd say it's bracket 3 probably.
Yeah. But again, you have to be with the intention, right? And you have to know your deck's limitations. If you play a tested deck like this and you have 30 cards in your hand, it's probably not that. My closing thoughts on it are you can make it way better, obviously. Like all of my decks, you can make much better if you put any attention into them. I just like to draw cards, and I'm a one path kind of guy. So you can put a lot of you can put counter spells in here. You can put protection so that people can't just blow your Niv-Mizzet off. But that's not how I interact. I like to just hold all my cards. Then you think I have interaction if you don't know me. Yeah. I've got 30 untapped mana and not a card to cast with it, with 13 in my hand. But I'll threaten the table like I do. Yeah. Any closing thoughts on it? Are we good to roll her up here?
Yeah, I might actually go and build a version of this right after we finish recording. This is really cool.
Yeah, how strong the deck is great.
But also, if you're playing against this deck, it seems pretty obvious, but I'm just going to say it one more time before we wrap it up here. Do not let the dragon resolve.
No,
if you can help it.
Yeah.
You will lose.
Or insta-kill the dragon, yes.
Yeah. Or kill it, before you get a chance to do anything.
I have 14 sorceries and 18 instants in here, which is a lot of potential draw in the deck.
Mm-hmm.
And then 19 creatures, and pretty much every one of those creatures either ramps me or helps me draw.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the deck. If you want any of these cards, like if you want to, there's my button. If you want any of these cards, like the Braid of Fire, any of those more like pricey cards, even the Niv-Mizzet itself, go to housecards.ca, promo code IT99. It's going to get you a discount on them. They've got great shipping, great stock, and they're just a great business to work with in general. Like, share, subscribe. It does really help us out. And I like to know, what do you guys think of the decks and stuff? Tell me is what direction you would have gone, what you would put it. And also, just send us a message on like Instagram or something if you want to see a deck. Like if you want to say, hey, I'd love to see if one of you guys has a deck like this. Maybe we'll have it. We can send you lists or whatever and stuff. Just chat with us. And the easiest way to do that is coming to Patreon. It directly supports us. It is a great place to build decks and chat decks with us. So yeah, come do any of that stuff. If you want cool places to put these, like nice play mats, nice sleeves, playmat sanctuary, so you've got cool places for your sleeves, go to nerdgear.ca, promo code again IT99 for a discount. And yeah, other than that, everyone have a great weekend. And yeah, I'll talk with you all later. Bye-bye. Also, I was like, what did Slothy text me? He texted me flashback. I gotta go get some of those cards. That's a really cool card. Also put a flashback in the deck. Bye-bye.
See ya.